All right, so let's get started. Thank you everyone for joining us. Our third session, Building Python Projects for Resume Booster. This session topic is data analytics. And thank you for joining us on February 14th, Valentine's Day. And I'll introduce our speaker, Mansi. Mansi is a graduate data science student at Indiana University with over 2 years of work experience as a SDE at Bank of America. So I think Mansi's software developer engineer, right? And her hobbies include reading books, doodling, and watching movies. Her interests are Python and data engineering, with a desire to pursue a career as a software engineer, data analyst, or data engineer.
Much, Eliza, for introducing me, and happy Valentine's Day to everyone. It's good to connect with people and just work on careers and make some money right now. So starting with that, today we are going to work on a data analytics project. It'll be regarding the sales project of a sales insight for a company. This would help you to create strong resumes, and we can also help how to put it in your resumes as well later on. So our schedule is bi-weekly. Today, Feb 14th, we have data analytics, and next week, on 28th Feb, we'll have the web development project. So make sure you sign up for that as well. To keep in touch, if you have any doubts regarding this or any of our previous projects, you can always check Resume Booster Projects channel, join their poster questions. One of us would answer your question definitely. So starting with the project, we are here to provide insights to the sales team of Altec Hardware. This is a made-up name for a company. So apparently they have been having a decline in their sales, and they want to understand why is that happening and where they can focus mainly on. So this is the prompt for the data analytics project. Today's goal for this is that we'll first understand how a database is created in a SQL database thing. Then we'll be creating different components for dashboard in Tableau, and we'll be then putting all those components together, creating an interactive dashboard for our stakeholders, so that they can come up with the analysis or a solution to increase the sales. And we can also understand how that will work. The prerequisites, as we had mentioned earlier as well, was that you should have PostgreSQL database downloaded, that is pgadmin 4, then Tableau desktop version for Mac and Windows, and Tableau server, as someone pointed out, that it does not work on Linux, so Tableau server for Linux. And we might probably require Tableau Postgres connected download later on in the session. And Eliza has posted the link for all the to download all the software. So make sure if you haven't downloaded it, please download it right now. Moving on, for the sales project. So the basic requirement to understand what happens when you have a data analytics project is like you need to come up with these 4 main components, which is called AIMS grid. It is basically purpose, stakeholders, end result, and success criteria. Like these things should be clear whenever you start a data analytics project. This will help you to have a clear understanding of what you are required to present and what you have to work on for it. So in this case, we need to understand the sales insight that are not directly visible, because going through the data is a tedious task. So if you automate it and create a dashboard, it will help reduce the manual time to go through the data and come up with some insights. The people who would be involved in this process in an ideal, in an corporate world, would be the sales director, the marketing team, customer service team, data analytics team, and the IT team. So and data analytics team would be us, who will be working on the dashboard. IT team would help us with the giving us the database access. The customer service and marketing team would be the ones who would be actually in the field marketing our product and seeing which customer is facing any issue, and if we are able to resolve it in proper time, and how are we marketing it to them. And sales director will be overlooking everything. So these are the stakeholders in our project. The end result is an automated dashboard which can provide quick insights through which we can see if you're making the right decision in marketing, or is there any issue with the customer service, or which market is giving us the most profit. All those things would be the end result with the dashboard that we create. In success criteria, it can be any of these. It could be firstly that we get to uncover the sales insight, a pattern probably, that why are we failing in some areas. Then it could be like if we save in like if the sales team makes a better decision, we can save 10% on cost savings. Or if we can give them more discounts, probably that would attract new customers and they would come up with our work. So with that, I'll be posting the GitHub link. Actually, Elaine, can you post the GitHub link in the chat so that everyone can download the SQL files? So when you go to this site, you can see that you have the DB SQL dump and DB SQL version 2. So just go there and download this, and let me know once everyone has done it. I already have it, so that's there. And then open your PG admin. So I'll be starting with the steps. Let me know if you face any issues in between. Okay. So once you load PG admin, it will generally ask you for your password. After you go there, this is the main window that you see. So you can click over here to servers. And then depending upon which PostgreSQL you have, it'll show up over here. So I'll be using PostgreSQL 14. So when you click, you'll get this Postgres option over here. Just click on it. Okay. And when you open it over here, so your window should look something like this. Later on, you can click on this and you will get an option which file to open. So I'll be choosing db dump version 2.sql and just open it over here. So once that is open, it'll be like this. Then you just need to run all the commands one by one. So when I do this, so 1 second. Okay, so for me, the sales database is already there. So it shows that database sales already exist. In your case, it might show that sales database has been created. Then execute this for creating the for dropping the tables. So it might take a bit of time. PG admin is slow in that way. And just run. Okay. So when you insert it, you would find and final message over here in this way, like query return successful in this, and insert 0, comma 4229 records. Okay. And in the side, you can see that over here, you might see a sales database. If that's not the case, you can always go on this. You can click over here. One second. Once the file loads, then we will, yeah, okay. So when you come over here, you can always do a refresh and it will probably now show you sales. So when you go to sales, and then in sales below, in schemas, you can see all the 5 tables that we've created. So just right click on it and do all rows for customers, then for date, so that we can just have a quick view of all the data that we have inserted in these tables right now. So and what else? Okay, so moving on over here, in transactions we have uh, these columns. So the product code, customer code, market code, order date, how many sales products were sold, their amount, currency, profit margin that we got, profit, and cost price. So the profit is basically sales amount minus cost price. And the profit margin is calculated by profit divided by your sales amount. Okay, so here you can see 40 divided by 102, it's 0.39. So that's how the profit margin is calculated. Then for customers, you can see that we have customer code, customer name, and customer type as the 3 main fields. Customer code is the primary key for customers, and it will be mapped to the customer code in transactions table. Similarly, if you see for product, if you see for product, we have product code and product type, and the product code is the primary key over here. Similarly for markets, it's markets code, market name, zone. So over in transaction, we have it as market code and not S. So as you can see, we'll have to map this in Tableau when we load the data. So this is one thing that we have to check while connecting all the data tables in Tableau. And then finally, our sales, date. So this contains when was a particular order made. So it date, then CY date is nothing but the first month's first date. So instead of having everything by day, we have everything by month. So all the June data is mapped to 1st of June. So that is how it's checked over here. Then we have year, month, and date. So that's it for this. To check what kind of data we have and is there any other currency or something, you can always do a quick SQL run over here. So by clicking on this, you get a console, and here you can just type like select distinct currency in transactions. So in this, you can check if, like we had seen earlier that it was all in INR, but just to be sure, is there any other currency over there? So to check that, I'll just run transactions. Okay, from transactions, sorry, my bad. From transactions, So over here we have two type of currencies, USD and INR. So when we make the final visualization in Tableau, we'll have to change it. So all the currency that is in USD, we'll have to normalize it to INR because that is the main values that we have over here. So uh, we'll be working with that. Next, you could see select. Uh, so if you want to see for a particular market, suppose Chennai, so the market code is mark 001. And if you want to see how many transactions we have for market 001, you could just do count over here, count star from transactions where uh, where the market code is mark 001. Okay, wait, let's do this. Select distinct market code from transactions. So over here we have, okay, I understand why there was an issue. So in Postgres, it doesn't accept the double quotes, it just goes for single quotes. So that's an issue. So we have 1028 records where the transactions have been made in Chennai. So you can do multiple SQL queries, understand the data in PostgreSQL through this, and you can always see all your data over here. Okay. Anyone has any questions regarding Postgres? So with that, we'll be moving on to Tableau. So in Tableau, we'll be creating an interactive dashboard that will look like this. Okay. So for doing that, just open your Tableau and connect, and in the server section over here you might see PostgreSQL, or you might have to click over here more, and then you can find all the different servers that we can connect to, and over here you can go and connect to PostgreSQL. So it'll ask you to fill all these things. We have the database as sales, and I guess everyone has their initial port set to 5432. That is done while we install Postgres. If you switched it to any other port, make sure that you enter that value and not 5432. That username would be Postgres, and your password is the same that you log in with Postgres with. So I'll just do that and I will sign in. And then you'll see a dialog box like this. Okay. Once you are in your Tableau environment, you can see that all the 5 tables that we've created in pgadmin are visible over here. So transaction is the main table which connects with all the 4 other tables. It has all the primary keys over there. So I'll just start putting it over here. So I'll put transactions over here. So you can see that you get a connection, live or extract. So in extract, you basically work with a snapshot of data. It could be a good option if you have huge data and the influx of data is also very high. So, just to create a automated dashboard for once, you can go to extract. Otherwise, it is always better that you go to live. and then you can do update automatically. So as the data comes in, as the database is updated, Tableau would also be getting the updated data from there directly. So you don't have to always go and update the dashboard. It will be updated automatically. Okay, so now we'll just match it with customers. And here transactions had customer code as one of the columns, and customer's primary key is customer code, so it's mapped to that. Next we'll be mapping it to date. So over here in date, we have the order date, and for transaction is the order date, and for date it is the actual date, not the CY date. CY date is just for the month, like to map it to month and year. So make sure that you map it to date over here. Then to markets, when you do, so I'd mentioned it earlier that over here we have the market code, and in markets we have markets code, so we have to make sure that it is mapped over here. And finally for products, transaction has product code which maps to products dot product code. So in this way you can see everything now. And now you can just see over here the transactions table. It is the same as that we had seen earlier. Over here, if you see, if you like, you can just make it to descending or ascending, however you want to make the sales amount, or you can make the cost price uh, descending or ascending, and it'll show you the data accordingly. Okay, so is everyone good till here? So after this, we'll go to creating all uh, our components now. So we click over here to sheets 1. Now we mentioned that in the sales amount, in the currency for transactions, we have both INR and USD, and we want to work only with INR. So we'll have to change those sales amount to INR, right? So we'll have to convert it. So for that, we'll create a calculated field. So over here in the drop down, you can see create calculated field. And over here, you can normalized normalized currency, normalized amount. And over here, you will write if currency is equal to USD, then sales amount into 82.5. I believe that's the current rate. Else, it will be just the sales amount. And end. So if you apply this, you will get a calculated field over here in the column under transactions, and you can see normalized amount, and you can just do okay. So that's it. And when you put it over here, you can see the sales amount. So instead of that, let's just put it over here in label in this text box. So again, I'll do it. You drag and drop the sales amount to the text box over here. So you can see the value over here. So the total amount is 984,874,588 rupees. Okay. So, and also we'll rename this sheet. So it will be revenue. Okay. And quickly hide this title, and I'll just edit it over here. So below I'll just put revenue and make everything a bit larger. So 16, and I'll change the color to blue, apply, and okay. Now the amount seems to be huge and we are not able to clearly able to communicate that. So to format the number type, I'll just go over here and I'll choose numbers, do currency custom, and then just make the display unit in million. So over here now you can see that this is a more readable number, 984.87 million rupees. So that's how you can do it. Now, if are we good till here? Does anyone need any help till now with Tableau? Cool. So now we'll be adding another sheet and we'll rename it to sales quantity. And in this, we'll just be adding the sales quantity like we did for normalized amount. And again, we'll hide the title and we'll just edit over here. So we can make it sales quantity. Increase the size to 16 and change the color to green. Apply and okay. And similarly, to make it change the format of this, you can again go over here in number custom. You can do it by thousands, and over here the value comes in this way. So that's an easy way, and make it center alignment. So there we get a value like this. Next, we'll be plotting the revenue by market. So for this, we'll do the market code, not market code, we'll do market name, and we'll be putting our normalized amount because that's our revenue model. So we get a good bar chart over here, right? And we'll be renaming this sheet as revenue by market, right? So I'll just hide this. I do not need this. I label for rows. Okay. And to sort it in descending order, we can click on this little icon and see we can get all the values over here. Now we can make an estimate about how much Delhi NCR is making in revenues and other values, right? But instead, we can do one more thing. We can just click the normalized amount over here and put it to label. So this would give all the values over here now. Okay. Also, there was one thing that we didn't notice earlier, and I would like to show it now. So over here, we have all the markets of Delhi, of India, but we also have two other markets, which are New York and Paris. So probably sometime early on, they used to do business in New York or Paris. So they have the market code over here, but we do not have any particular transactions made in that particular market code. So we can just remove them and apply. So we get the updated graph over here. Now to update it, we can just, make it dark. Like we can make it bold and change the color to, make it to 11, apply. Okay. And we can make it center so that it is in between the bars for that. And I want to change the color as well for this. So I'll probably do a pink over here. So this looks better. So I want to keep it this way. You can make it to any color you want. So this is one graph. Now, similarly, okay, so if you want to duplicate it, you can just right click over here and duplicate your sheets. So in this way, it is quickly duplicated. And we'll be making this as sales by market. So to understand how much sales quantity are we doing by every market. So instead of the sum normalized and this, we can just put in sales quantity, and we can just add sales quantity over here. So that's one thing. Then yeah, so over here, because the font size was large, we were getting labels in alternative bars. So you can adjust it however you want. Also, the numbers were quite large to read. So I quickly changed the format for the numbers, and I made them readable now. So it this is how this is the graph. So it's basically some customization that you need to do and see what works and what not. Okay, similarly over here, we can change the label. We can make it to 10, bold, and apply. So it comes over here. And then I want to change the color for this. I'll probably go for a pink this time. Or this. Yeah, and then I'll just quickly change the format over here as well. So again, in numbers, I'll just make it 1000 so that it's more readable. And again, we can format it in this way. So we have all the sales for all the markets in a descending order. Cool. Now I would like to see the top 5 customers of Altec hardware. So I'll just rename it as top 5 customers. And this will be by market. Once again, top 5 customers by normalized amount. Okay. So over here, I'll just put normalized amount. And over here, we have the customer name. So, and okay, so now you see that we have the normalized amount over here and this, and you would like to switch it. So with this button, you can just switch the column and row. So over here, and then you can make it in descending. So see, it is over here. So we have the values over here now. Now, to see which customer gives how much of business to us, you can drop normalized amount over here and you get all the values. Now, to see only the top 5, you can just click over here for the customer name and you can click on filter. Okay, so over here you get all the list of the customers that we have. So you can filter out any customer you want to see or not display as you wish from here. You could put a condition over here, like I just want to see, but if you have any particular condition, like I want to see customers who give me business from this amount to this amount. Like if you have something in that, you can always put it by condition. For me, for right now, we are just going it for top 5. So I'll just go to top and then make it as 5 over here. And I want it by normalized amount. So I'll just apply and okay. So what happened? One second. Filter top 5. Okay, so over here we can see the top 5 customers. Then I'll just edit the label again because it feels better. And I'll make it to white, bold, light. Okay, and I'll just make it to center. And over here, I'll just do a format and change it to millions. So you can see that my highest customer is electric Alsra stores, which gives me 413.33 million rupees over 4 years. Okay, then the next is top 5 products. So to understand which product is giving me the highest value, highest business, so top 5 products. And similarly over here I'll be doing product code and then normalized amount. So this is a bar chart for that, and I'll just do this. And why is this showing null? Filter, remove null. And again for the top 5 I can just do this. So it shows me the top 5 one. To see how much product each one makes, then I'll just put it over here, normalized amount. Edit the label again. It's the same thing that we've done. Make it bold. Okay. And then alignment simple and format. Okay. And then the next thing that I want is to understand how we are having, like, how is the sales value declining by every year, right? So it will be a revenue versus revenue analysis, basically. Okay. Okay. So over here, I'll be putting the normalized amount, and I'll be using the CY date over here. Now I'm using CY date over here because it is by year and month. So I can just expand it over here. It shows me by quarter. And if I expand it further, it will show me by month. So as you can see over here, in quarter 4, 2017, it was increasing, decreasing, and so on. So we can see how it goes over here. Now I don't want to see it by quarter anytime. So I'll be just removing, okay, once again. So I'll just remove this. So we'll have year and month over here. Okay. And the next thing that I want is I want to see how the trends, the increase and decrease. So I'll just use normalized amount and drop it in color. Okay. So it shows me a shade. And now for color over here, if you click, actually over here in edit colors, you can go and do orange gold, apply, and okay. So over here you can see the beautiful increase and decrease. So we can see that if it is yellow, then that means that it's declining. So in 2020 the sales have been declining, and that's a worrisome challenge for the company. And in red we can see that okay, they had the highest sales in 2018 January. So we can revisit why was it happening, all those things. Also to see how much amount, for that we can drop it on text as well. So we get all the values over here. Again, format it so that you get the value in standard values and you can understand it better, and make it a bold over here. Then like, so with this you can see that in 2017 you had, when you started off in October, it was 26.09 million revenue generated, and by June 2020 you are down to 14.71 million, which is a huge loss. So this gives you an interesting analysis for your data. Then we want to put in just year over here. So you can use CY date again and put in year. Okay. And then I don't want to see this over here. So I'll create another calculated field called blank, and it will be just this, nothing in between, and apply, and okay. So I'll just put it over here in text. So the middle values are gone, and I'll just rename it as here, right? I'll change the color to green. Okay. I don't want this, so hide. Okay. Yeah. So this is here. Okay, fine. And then I wanted by month as well, because our revenue and analysis has these. Also, if you want to, format this, okay, 1 second. Format. Yeah. So over here, you can use abbreviations. So that would be helpful. And that's it. And then in over here, I want months. So month. And I will again be putting CY date over here. And in this, when you click, you can see year, quarter, month, day, more. So we already have 1 year. I want this by month, so I'll be changing it to month over here. And then again, I don't want this, so I'll hide this label, and I'll just put this blank in the text so that we don't have those values over here. Similarly, I want to make it like I don't want to see the whole month name, so I'll just format and make it abbreviations. So we have everything in abbreviations over here now. Okay, also high title probably, yeah. So now we have all the components that we require for our dashboard. So we'll just create a new dashboard now. So over here, the first icon is for new worksheet that we have been using till now. The second is for the dashboard. So just click on the dashboard option now. And the desktop browser is 1800. I'll just make it to 1500 and 900 so that we get everything. And make sure that you make it to floating so that you can place all the data over here. Okay, so I'll start off with year over here and just make it out like this. Center in between. Okay, then I'll be using month. So and just this and keeping it over here. Then I'll put revenue over here. So you can just move this a bit up as well. Cool. And revenue, I don't want this. So if you go to revenue over here, okay, 1 second. I don't want this. So apply. And okay, so you get this, and you can just resize it like this. Then by revenue markets, I'll just put it over here. So we have all the revenue by markets area over here. And again, I don't want so this is gone, hide the title, and you can just push the line over here so that you remove all the white spaces over here. Okay, and just make it a bit small so that all the other things can come. Then you just click over here and make it like this. Then we'll do the same for sales quantity. We'll just click over here and we'll just remove the title. Okay, and make it here in this way. Then sales by market. Again, just click like this, resize it. Cool. You can remove this title as well. Apply. Okay, so you get the value. Then revenue analysis, which is important. So you put it over here. Then you click over it like this, and then you can, remove this. We don't require that. So you can click on this and expand it like that. And finally, for the top 5 customers, you can put it like this, and top 5 products over here, and just, over here you can see that it's like this. So like this. So this is how you create your dashboard. Now, when I click over here, I cannot see change in the dashboard, right? Like it doesn't work. It shows me just for Delhi NCR and everything, right? So to make it more interactive, what you can do is, starting from here, click on this users filter option. Okay, and then just click on every gadget, every widget over here, and just make it as filter, users filter, even for these as well. And I'll just show you how that works. So if I have to do an analysis what happened in 2018, right? If I just want to see what happened in 2018, I can, I'll just move it a little down, and yeah. So if I click on 2018, see, all the data moved. So over here, we can only see the data for 2018. What happened from January to December? What were the top 5 products that we had in 2018? What were the top 5 customers? And this shows top 5 products. Then how were the sales quantity affected during 2018? So in Delhi NCR, we had 407.37 thousand sales in Delhi NCR, which made us 220.88 million rupees. So this shows a change over here. Then if you click on 2019, you can see the value gets updated, revenue gets updated over here, right? The graph over here it's changing. So that is there. And then when you click on 2020, you can see that, okay, over here we have a drastic downfall over here. So from May to June, you can see things have changed a lot. Over here, our revenue has decreased. It has not been up to mark. So this is a very interactive dashboard that you can use in this way, right? Now, you've created the dashboard, but it's important that you can show it to your stakeholders. So when you want to do that, you, one second, I'll just move this. Okay, so when you want to do that, you have 2 options. You can export it as PowerPoint. Okay, so if you do that, this view, okay, and export. So over here, you'll get the PPT in this way, and and you can represent it in this way. So you can say that, till now we have a total revenue of 98.4.87 million rupees, and this is how our sales look like right now. So this is one of the ways that you can do it. If you want to present it in a server format, then you can just click on server over here and publish the data and publish workbook. Okay, so you can click over here. Okay, so 1 second. So you can click on server and you can publish workbook, and you will get an option if you want to do it on Tableau public or you want to do it Tableau online. Okay, I will just show you for Tableau public right now. Let's say it's one and see. So it'll save, it'll publish the views. For you, it will give, if you do it on Tableau online, then it will ask you for your username and password. So you might have to go to Tableau online first, create your own account over there, get the credentials, set the credentials over there, and then you will have to put it in the Tableau desktop server, set it over there, and then publish it. So that would be an additional step over there. So now it is published over here. So if you click on 2020, see the filter works now. So you can see, okay, so these are the top 5 products that are working for me. These are the top 5 customers, so on and so forth, right? So this helps over here. And you can change it however you like. So that's the project. For the next steps, what you can do is you can do a profit analysis as well. We have the 2 columns in transaction table, if you see. So if you go to data source over here, 1 second. If you go to data source over here in transactions, you can see that you have the profit and profit margin. So you can do a profit analysis, how it works for every market and code, and you can create another dashboard for it. You can see which are the 2 main industries that we provide our work to, our products to, and publish the updated dashboard on the server. For a reference, in the GitHub, you have a dashboard called revenue versus profit analysis. So you can always refer back to it and see how we have what are the components that I've created for it. And if you have any problems, you can always let me know about it. Also, to work on other projects similar to this, you can visit the site codebasics.io. Over here, they have quite a lot of data analytics projects and data sets, and they do it every month or bi-monthly basis. So that's very fun. And these are the 2 main projects that I liked and I've been working on myself. 2 other ways to level up, you can get a certification in Tableau, and continue to do hands-on projects.
Yeah, Mansi did a lot of effort troubleshooting how to work with that software. I think you ran into your own little gremlins and bugs while setting up this project. So yeah, say it was SQL, but now with PG admin, yeah. So
yeah, PG admin can be a little tricky. Initially with the password and everything, it took me quite a lot of time and a lot of Google searches to understand, okay, the password should not contain any
Mhm.
special characters, otherwise it will be an issue. So
Yeah, but
I,
it's very robust, and like what we saw presentations are much cleaner presenting the data and just working through it once you like
yeah,
understand it.
yeah. So it takes time, but yeah, PG admin is good.
Yeah, it's useful software and useful skill to have.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess we'll wrap up if there are no further Q&A questions. So happy Valentine's Day for everyone. A good
Yeah.
morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Thanks for joining us today. And we'll see you in the Luminu Code Python community. All right. Bye, everyone.